Second, let's talk about social media. Something that dominates the world right now
Big time.
is our persona online, almost this avatar, this caricature we create that represents who we are, but oftentimes it's just the highlights of our lives. And we've talked about it before, that social media has given us this fast food version of connecting with people. We feel like we're connecting online,
right,
but we don't have that in-person type of connection. And what do you think from a Christian perspective, from a Christian father perspective? Are you concerned about social media? Do you think it's a great tool? I know there's some Christians that think it's a great tool, and then probably some that would say, it's has a lot of opportunity for evil.
I find out that so many things in life can be good in moderation. There's nothing inherently evil with the concept of social media. It's a means of communication. It's fun. It's entertaining. Pictures and where I've been and look at me now and this is what I accomplished. This is me with so-and-so. This is what that's fun. But if it becomes a dominating life force, that's all I spend my time doing, that's a little warning signal. But even greater than that is the actual content influence. I remember, I'm in my late 60s now, but when social media started, what really popular a decade or so ago, all the young techies around me on the staff, you need to be on social media. And I thought, nah, I'm not doing that. That's kind of my response usually, as you know. But they got me on and, signed me up. I don't remember what they were, which formats. But, and I started looking at it every day. And, I'm looking at as my profession as a pastor, and suddenly I'm looking at the people who are that follow me or I follow, and I'm seeing, their latest journey. They went around the world in 20 days. They had the world's greatest communicator in their church, and they have 1 million people in their church, and their budget's now $1 billion. I'm exaggerating.
Yeah.
Over and over and over, and it maximized, that little snippet of information tended to maximize them, but it minimized me because I'm human. I think that's a long way to say that I feel sometimes social media is a minimizer, because I'm just going through and all this time seeing what they are doing, what they are accomplishing, what they are wearing, who they are with, and I think, I am a loser. Comparison, competition. And I think that's one of the things that I've heard from people that hurts the most is when you give too much time to it, you end up feeling not so good about yourself. So again, social media can be great. It's a great way to communicate. I have accounts. To be honest with you, I never look at them. Never. I mean, as in never.
Yeah.
Have other people that do that for me so that I can be relevant to this generation and have messages out there or statements and pictures. And I think that's fun.
Do you think my generation needs to be careful about how much time we're spending on? It's a vortex. It happens to me sometimes. I'll just be scrolling. All of a sudden an hour goes by and I look up and I'm like, whoa, okay. And TikTok can feel like a casino. Just all this stuff and all this information. And I think a lot less people are spending time reading their Bible and maybe feel good about getting a little bit of a post here or there they read or something they connect to on social media. But is that truly experiencing anything? I don't know. Do we need to be careful?
Yeah. Yeah, it may not be popular to say these kind of things, but moderation is a huge word.
What does moderation mean?
It means you're in control. You don't lose control. Moderate amounts of time. I don't want to give myself to extraordinary amounts of time in something. You only have so much time. And when you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. So if I'm saying yes to 2 or 3 hours of social media every couple of days, if I'm married, that means I'm saying no to my wife or my husband or my kids or my work or my spiritual life. You mentioned spiritual life. One of the greatest stumbling blocks in spiritual life in regard to that is everything we're talking about today. The end result is it stimulates our soul, our feelings, our emotions, our thoughts. We have a soul. But our spirit is different from the soul. Our spirit is unique. God only gave a spirit to humans, and it makes us like him in his image, so we can communicate with him because we have a spirit. But if we have a very inflated soul, or you could use the term, we've kind of given ourselves to being soulish. We're really dominated by emotions and feelings and overwhelm and comparison, competition, social media, go, go, go. Oh, again, I'm not saying all those things are evil, but if we're giving ourselves to an extraordinary level of time and attention to those things that stimulate our soul, then it's very difficult to shift gears and be spiritual. Mm-hmm. Because the eye gate of expression to your spirit is your soul. So my relationship with God is spirit, but it works through my mind, my emotions, and my feelings. So if I'm all heightened and aware of what's happening in the world around me, it's very difficult to think, I'm going to have a God moment. Is that making sense?
Totally.
So that's a big deal. I think that would be something I would challenge anybody for that matter, to learn how to have some boundaries, not bondage. Enjoy life, have fun, but have boundaries. No, it's very difficult to be spiritual if we have a hyperinflated soul. Mm-hmm.